And welcome to the Kiosk Presents. Today we have relationship expert and life coach Michelle Callahan with us, talking about breaking up with your old car. Michelle, thank you so much for joining us here on the Kiosk Presents.
Hey, it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Now, I recently had to give up, me and my wife had to give up our car because we were getting a new one, but it was her grandmother's car and it was a very sentimental time. We were wondering if we wanted to keep it. It was on its deathbed. It was time to get rid of it, but it was an emotional experience.
People are very emotionally attached to their cars in much the same way that they're emotionally attached to other people and other relationships that they have. And it's partly because of the amount of time and energy that we often invest in our cars. Just as you said, they have a lot of personal meaning. We've gone through certain milestones in life with them, whether it's having children or getting married, taking kids to college. So we have a lot of fond memories associated with our cars. And that's part of why we become so emotionally attached to them and find it difficult to let them go.
Well, the whole thing is, why are so many people really attached to their cars, and how do you break that attachment?
It can be a challenge to break the attachment because we have such fond memories associated with the cars that it almost seems like you're breaking up with someone that's important and special to you. You talked about the sentimental value of your car. A lot of people consider their car almost an extension of themselves, their style, their creativity, their personality. So it can be a challenge to let them go, but it can be done. It really means that you need to spend more time kind of embracing that notion of change and looking forward to all the possibilities of good things that can come as a result of breaking up with your car and getting into a new one that will bring new memories and new, enjoyed times in the car.
Now, I know this car for me was effectively my first car, so it had even extra. It was her grandmother's car passed down to her. It was effectively my first car, so there was a ton of sentimental attachment, but yeah, I can see how, looking forward to the new car, we got a brand new car. It was our first car that we bought together. It had everything we thought we needed, and it wasn't going to break down like our old car. So we were adding up all the positives of getting the new car.
Sure. No, there's lots of positives. There's so many new features on cars now. There's new options. So there's a lot to choose from. There's a lot of benefits to having a new car. And if people are struggling with, how do I get into a new car and how much time is this going to take for me to get involved and get my car, listed and things like that, they can go to autotrader.com and utilize two of their great online tools to help them very pain-free and easily get their car listed and sold.
I actually did look up options for new cars on there as well. When I was thinking about what type of model or whatever, they have a really great car search feature on there.
Yeah, it's great because it's just, it helps people make that transition a little bit easier. So you're having, some difficulty maybe doing it on your own. Sometimes, partnering with someone else can help give you that little nudge you need to move on and be a little more enthusiastic about the future and the change of having something new.
It's also sometimes nice to think that your car isn't just going to get melted down for scrap at a dealership, but it's actually going to go on to live its own life without you.
A lot of people have reported that they feel concerned about making sure that their car actually goes to a good home. They don't want it to end up on a trash heap or sitting, collecting dust on somebody's car lot. They want to make sure that someone else actually gets to enjoy the same kind of benefits from their car that they did.
You never think of it like a person until you're trying to get rid of it, and the feelings seem weird, but they are really quite natural when you build up an attachment with an object, especially one that takes a central role in your life.
You spend so much time in your car, whether it's every single day or during those important transition times in your life. It's been there with you for so long. You ride in it perhaps every single day, so you can understand how people would become so comfortable with it, much the same way they're comfortable with their own clothes. And you'll be surprised, people will hold on to their old college sweatshirt, that it becomes a reminder of good times in their lives. And that's exactly what cars are for people.
Is it easier for guys or girls to become attached to their vehicles?
You know what, both guys and girls are attached to their vehicles, but I'll say guys have a more difficult, the research shows that the guys have a more difficult time letting go of their cars. They think of their cars as classics, and they really connect to the memories that they have in the car. Women are more interested in sort of how the car looks and really making sure that that car fulfills the role of a protector in their life. So much in the same way that they might be looking for that in a life partner, They want to know that that car is dependable, it's reliable, it's safe and secure, and it's comfortable.
So if you had to give advice to someone who's sitting on an older vehicle, who hasn't yet gotten up the nerve to just replace it, get a new car, what is your advice to them?
I would suggest they go to autotrader.com and check out the online tools. There's tools there where they can list the car themselves. There's also opportunities and options there for them to use a VIP car selling concierge service that will actually do all the work for you, so you don't even have to do the listing and pictures. AutoTrader takes care of all of that for you. But I would also say it's really just about learning to embrace the change. And as much as you may feel like you're letting something valuable go, you're really just trading it for something else valuable that you're also going to bring into your life. So don't think about it as something you're losing, but think about it as something you're gaining.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us today here on the Kiosk Presents, and thank you for helping everyone understand more about the attachment people can get for their cars and how to move past it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.